Hi, we're Quentin Curious Volumes. My name is James. Thank you for watching. This is a response video to Daniel at Guilty Feet. He's got a great booktube channel. I really like his soft-spoken delivery. He's got a wonderful accent. He picks some great books. I will link to his channel in the description. If you like my meandering and you want a higher quality of similar meandering, you'll probably like Daniel. He did a video the other day called "What the Heck is a Reading Project?" or something like that. So he talked about a couple of projects that he has to read the complete works of James Baldwin in publication order and to read everything by Percival Everett, who is still alive and still writing and publishing regularly. So I wanted to say a bit about some of the reading projects that I am engaged in. I, started becoming, well, I guess what you might call a serious reader, a reader for pleasure, someone who will choose to read rather than watch a television program, almost always. Several years ago, and when I started, I kind of started from a reading project. For some reason, I came across the um, Modern Library list of 100 greatest novels of the 20th century. I believe that's what it's called. You've probably seen it. And I saw that the top 10, I had read about half of them. And I was an English major and I had honors English classes in high school. So I figured I should have probably been familiar with more of them. I was familiar with them, but I had not read them. So my initial reading project was, all right, I'll read the other five of this list that I haven't read. Of course, that came with a project in itself, because one of those books was Ulysses. Number one was Ulysses. Controversial choice, probably. And to read Ulysses, I read Dubliners, and I read Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Those were rereads for me. I also reread The Odyssey, and I reread Hamlet. So those were all rereads, but as part of a project to kind of try and understand as much as I could of Ulysses. Also, I got a copy of the new Bloomsday book, I think it's called, a little guide to Ulysses to kind of soften it, explain what the heck the Oxen of the Sun is about. Um, so there was a project that came with another project. Eventually, I did read all 10 of the top, and I started reading the books in the rest of the list that I had not previously read. After a while, I realized this is a pretty eccentric list. This is probably the list that is, if not completely made by one person, is very much on the influence of one person. And that person is not someone whose taste is quite lining up with my own. I will probably get back to working through that list, but his number 11 was Under the Volcano, which after Ulysses was not a hard read, but was kind of, it was not for me. And clearly, the author of that, had read a lot of Joyce and thought that he was doing something Joycean. Okay, this is not a review of Under the Volcano. If it was, okay, it would not be a positive review of Under the Volcano. The literally equivalent of having an all day hangover, in my experience. All right, so, I talked in my last video about reading challenges. I think that once you've been reading for a while, you may start out doing challenges, but a serious reader will start to get projects, whether they conceive of them as or not. So I have several, one of which was the Steve Donahue Western Canon Starter Kit, which I am almost finished with. I went through that in chronological order. It's been very rewarding, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to make a, if you're interested, I will try to make a video with my thoughts on the starter kit and the experience of reading through it, if you're interested in that. I also have kind of a project of reading through Nobel Prize winners. I know the Nobel Prize is meaningless and also simultaneously the biggest literary prize in the world, so it interests me. I don't think that winning the prize means anything in particular other than that you've won the prize, but reading through these authors, and especially some of the more obscure ones, has been rewarding, and some of them I've really gotten a lot out of. Grazia Deledda is a favorite. The Kristin Lavransdatter series by Sigrid Undset. Things that I probably never would have come across or even considered. So that's kind of an ongoing project to read through Nobel Prize winners and to read the works by the new ones as they come out. And then there are authors who I'll read eventually everything that comes out by them. So Michael Chabon is a favorite. I don't pre-order his stuff. I don't buy it when it comes out, but anything that he comes out with, I know that I will eventually get to. Zadie Smith is another one in that category, and Ian McEwan. I think Daniel said that McEwan was that kind of author for him as well. I'm a few works behind on McEwan, but I will, as I find them in used bookstores or for a good price, I'll pick them up and read them. So those are some of my reading projects. Tell me, what are yours? Do you do projects? Projects are the new challenge. Reading challenges are out, man. We're all doing reading projects now. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.